Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Fly versus JTZ. We have Fly spawning as well, the red orc player on the top left hand side of Echo Isles. Meanwhile over here on the top right we have JTZ or JTZ depending on where you hail from, spawning as the purple human. Gonna go ahead and bring it down into 1 time speed as the heroes are already out in play, and we can quickly get an assessment that it is an Archmage versus Blademaster matchup, a classic matchup taking place here on Echo Isles. Now, Blademaster are going to go ahead and clear up this Ogre Warrior, back away, pick up some items from the Voodoo Lounge, most likely. No, they're going to actually spend the time to clear up the remaining creep camp. Meanwhile, footmen are out and about looking for a bit of scouting information as well. Archmage quickly wants to get to level 2, will be able to do that off of this Null Brood, giving the Archmage access to level 2 will be additional experience, additional mana, and that Brilliance Aura, allowing that Archmage to get up to 125 mana by the time it makes its way down to the south. All of these calculations are incredibly important in the matchup here as the Archmage, well, where is it running back off to? I would have thought it would have made its way down south to try and clear up this mercenary camp, but no, JTZ or JTZ doing a little bit of a different creep pattern. And as we're looking at now, Fly going using that wind walk trick on that Ogre Magi off to the north. And JTZ, well, knew what that was already about. Gonna go ahead and try and add some damage onto that Blademaster right there. Ogre Warriors getting in some damage once more. Could get a couple of easy ensnares. Water Elemental now trying to finish off some of those grunts as the Blademaster goes after that Archmage. Alright, so JTZ, instead of trying to execute his own game plan, tries to disrupt Flies. We are going to be looking at one footman getting taken down right there. Blademaster could be very bad in a way, and he does get taken out. Fireball in the back, that additional +5 damage from the Claws of Attack +5 added up to be enough, as there's now just a lone grunt trying to shut things down. Scroll of the Beast now picked up there. That was a 200 gold item and a lucky ensnare once more, as Fly going to lose this grunt, and Fly is definitely behind the 8 ball now, as he has, well, lost an early grunt, lost time trying to, well, run away with a low hit point Blademaster as the Archmage inches its way towards level 3. Now, will Fly be able to recover, or will JTZ be able to ride this wave of success into the late game? That is the question, as the Blademaster is already out, ready to go after that Archmage and those low hit point footmen. Blademaster already down to 425 damage, as the footmen are now trying to retrace its steps and head back on around. Meanwhile, Archmage off to the north here does find a grunt. Low hit point footman actually doesn't block in the way here. Is it going to aggro the creeps? It might try to aggro those creeps right there, and going to go ahead and aggro those creeps now. Still gets the final shot off, as the Blademaster now fights off against a large swarm of Murlocs, trying to retreat away, but takes a little bit of poison damage, down to 212 hit points, as the Archmage now makes its way back off to the north. All right, Forest Troll Trapper easily going to get finished off here, and this may actually be a problem, as it is going to give level 3 to JTZ. Now, oh, wrong order, JTZ. Should have dropped the Water Elemental first before using that Roar. Probably realizes it already. That would have been an additional 7 damage on this Water Elemental, as the time is ripe to try and finish off the Bestiary and the remaining components of these buildings. Units are now trying to retreat back. Archmage down to 200 hit points. Blademaster still okay with that healing salve, as Bestiary quickly taken down, and now an Orc Burrow could get taken down as well. All right, we're looking at another, well, Orc Burrow down to 88 hit points, able to be constructed. Shadowhunter may be able to get off a Hex onto one, well, suspecting footman, as I suspected it very easily. Shadowhunter going to go ahead and get some damage there, finish off this one low hit point unit, as it's going to get taken down. Blademaster going to, well, make up that difference, about, what, 4 more seconds on that Hex, or 6 more seconds. Win or critical strike coming down here, and it's going to be one more shot. Poof, there goes the footman. Just a little bit different than boom goes the dynamite. Mountain King out onto the battlefield. Level 3 on the Archmage, level 1 on the Mountain King. JTZ losing, taking a little bit of an early advantage, but not knowing how to capitalize on it. Should he have continued with that pressure, or perhaps tried to get to level 3 some other way? Perhaps pick up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, Those are all things that he would rather discuss later when he has time to analyze this replay. Coming back around, Shadow Hunter is at level 1, Blademaster is at level 2, clearing up the remainder of this Ogre Mauler creep camp, as the Ogre Mauler was hexed into, well, something much, much smaller and less dangerous. Coming back down around here, Mountain King is already out on the battlefield with some experience, as the Archmage was already at level 3. The Mountain King can do creeping on his own. All right, Blademaster going to come around the corner, does have a scroll of does have a rejuvenation potion going, and well, plenty of heals to go around as the Blademaster goes straight after the Town Hall, but there is plenty of repairs already getting underway. Mountain King not throwing down a Stormbolt. I am actually a bit surprised by that. There you go, finally getting the Stormbolt, buying time to actually build the Town Hall. And get enough hit points so that it wouldn't accidentally get bursted down by a Blademaster. All right, Blademaster quickly uses a wind walk right there after a Stormbolt was launched. Slow on that Blademaster already. Where is that Blademaster going to try and go off to next? Perhaps take down some of those peasants, and there you are. Peasant down to 44 hit points. One more shot would have been enough, but the Blademaster, well, able to hide. Peasant going to go ahead and try and will get a little bit of lumber, try and hide its way back once more. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter is at 2, while that Mountain King will be getting to level 2 here in just a moment. Archmage staying relatively close right there. A little bit of extra damage onto the Blademaster. Blademaster, while trying to dive in, perhaps going to try and finish off one of those peasants. The peasant is low on hit points, and the Blademaster down to 43 hit points. No dust of appearance by JTZ. Perhaps he wishes that he did have that, but then Fly is the type of player to click on his opponent's heroes to figure out the items and then make calculating decisions. Shadow Hunter going to clear up the Renegade Wizard creep camp here, get up to level 3, and have access to level 2 healing wave, giving more longevity to that Blademaster. Fly setting up an expansion of his own, both sides sitting in no upkeep. And well, there is a lumber mill down. I don't know if we have advanced lumber harvesting or not. Let me take a look. Yes, we do. 20 lumber per trip, as we're looking at, well, an arcane vault being built down to the south. Archmage, well, Mountain King trying to get every bit of experience that it can, but well, trying to steal your opponent's experience at this point in the stage in the game is difficult, as well, creep jacks could be abounding. All right, in comes a hex onto a sorceress or a priest. It looks as though it is a priest there. Priest gets taken down. Mountain King trying to slow down that Blademaster. Blademaster also with the Talisman of Evasion doing a great job absorbing a lot of damage if he gets focused fire a bit too much, as JTZ needs to retreat back out. Blademaster still only sitting at level 2 after all this time, never got to level 3, but the items on the Blademaster is also what is important. The Blademaster with an additional ring of protection, double circlets of nobility, has a lot more survivability, even though it doesn't have a potion of lesser invulnerability. The additional armor, the additional hit points, backed up by level 2 healing wave, could be enough for that Blademaster to really rack up that damage. However, with that said, the Mountain King is now inching its way towards level 3 as well, and level 2 Stormbolt, in addition to the fact that, well, he finally does have Dust of Appearance, will change things greatly. Archmage could pick up an additional Claws of Attack +5 for +10 damage overall. Manual of Health is the Archmage going to try and pick that up. I'm not quite sure. Nope, he's going to actually make its way down to the south. There's a quick reveal, making sure that there are no units nearby. Is there a crystal ball, or is that an arcane sentry? It might be an arcane, no, not arcane sentry, as the Blademaster is here going after some of those peasants. A lot of peasants just hiding back off to the north right here, as the Blademaster doing a great job, but unable to go after all of these units very easily. All right, some more work still needed to be done here. Archmage going after the Blademaster. Blademaster trying to finish off a peasant, finally gets one off there, as the Mountain King finishes things off and should be joining in on the fight here. Archmage perhaps wishes that he had additional Claws of Attack to add in more damage onto that Blademaster now. That Blademaster, once more, if you only look at the health bar and well, the pop-up HUD or the heads-up display on the Blademaster, he doesn't look that beefy. A level 2 Blademaster with less than a third of his hit points, you would think that he would be easy to take out. Clicking on him, you realize that this level 2 Blademaster has 700 hit points and at one point had close to 9 armor, making him as tanky as as tanky as a knight. All right, Shadowhunter sharing a little bit of the items there. We're looking at Fly setting up for the long game here. Meanwhile, Archmage, Mountain King still working together. No sign of tier 3 at all as we are getting up more and more Priest. JTZ opting to go to 60 supply is already in low key upkeep alongside Fly, who is training up some Kodos to go alongside the Spirit Walkers and Grunts army. Now, as the Archmage, well, Archmage with +3, with 3 claws of attack, that +19 damage should come as a surprise as we're taking a little bit of damage. There's a little bit of slow there, no reveal. The crystal ball was picked up by the Shadow Hunter. That was that reveal earlier. No Arcane Sentry being researched by the Arcane Sanctums. Although that would be a very useful bit of tech there, as we now see a retrain to Blizzard. So Archmage retrained to Blizzard, even though that Orc already has access to Ensnare. Mountain King could be coming down. Yes, there is a level 2 Thunderclap coming across here. So it is a clap slow classic battle here as the Archmage now looks to back up. There's Dust of Appearance. Mountain King could try to go after the Blademaster. Archmage quickly gets hexed right there. Mountain King, is it going to Stormbolt to that Blademaster and then remove that mana? Mountain King not quite sure where he's going, only using mana for Thunderclap, even though Stormbolt would be key here at trying to slow things up. There's the Stormbolt. Blademaster, Spirit Link. Is it going to be enough? There's a Thunderclap slow. Blademaster falls at level 3. More Blizzard raining down as Spirit Walker's trying to continue to back away. Footman getting caught in his own friendly storm. 57 supply compared to 67. But remember, the Blademaster is already getting resurrected. That's where 5 of that supply currently stands. All right, Militia now going to be joining in on the fight as well. Archmage going to be trying to make its way over. You can see a little bit of separation, and as the Spellbreakers are there to just try and absorb and create a little bit of zoning problems. As the Mountain King now makes its way over across here. Mountain King trying to line up a couple of attacks, and the Snare goes down on the Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker not even trying to turn back around for the fight. Blademaster resurrected at the tavern as the Mountain King, well, trying to figure out where exactly he can land a good Thunderclap and be surrounded by units. There it goes, hitting up 5 units once more as Raiders are getting taken down. Grunts are still a bit slowed as the Mountain King tries to retreat back again. Archmage now low on mana, unable to do very much. Mountain King may be forced to do another Thunderclap slow to cause a little bit of separation here. Some towers could be placed down here as the Mountain King comes across with another slow, racking up a lot more damage, but this attack is already running out of steam here as the Blademaster was able to make its way back out onto the battlefield. Blademaster heading back off to the north here. Shadowhunter is here. Potion of Healing on the Shadowhunter. Perhaps the Blademaster does need some survivability items. Scroll of Healing, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, as Fly is, well, refinding his footing in terms of all of his micro. Meanwhile, Mountain King doing an invisible shop to the store, or invisible run to the shop, and will find pretty much a lot of the, a lot of the required items that he wants to purchase are currently sold out. Spellbreakers, 0/0 upgrades, Scroll of Regeneration, healing up once more. Mountain King, did he get the Scroll of Regeneration? Yes, he did. As there is also a Wind Rider out in play as well. All right, this could turn into bad news if the Mountain Kings, well, sells 1 Dust of Appearance. If the Shadowhunter of Fly actually saw the Dust of Appearance and magically disappear, we could have seen the use of the Crystal Ball on that Mountain King and a quick, short death. Mountain King completely surrounded here in a little bit of a strange scenario. Shadowhunter doesn't catch the weird stutter steps of the other units as the Blademaster, well, tests the water here. We're sitting at 62 supply compared to 70. Army size is 47 compared to 56. A bit more workers there as the Mountain King is revealed by that crystal ball. Mountain King will be forced to back up here, has a plethora of items between potions of mana, a potion of invulnerability, and a scroll of healing to try and stay alive. The Raiders are there with that medium armor damage. Mountain King quickly going to get a Stormbolt around right here, going to get a surround, try to remove a couple of mana, and there you have it. Are we going to see a Dust of Appearance? Thank you for the follow, as damage is already added up. There goes the unit retreating all the way back. A lot of mana used up right there. One is Fly, and who is the other? Romantic? No, it's JTZ. All right, continuing to battle it up here. Spellbreaker is going to continue to fight it here. Flying Machines going straight after those Wind Riders as the battle is getting underway. A little bit of hit and run tactics. Sorceresses do have slow, but the Raiders have Ensnare, slowing down those Spellbreakers and preventing them from retreating back. All right, in comes a Thunderclap to add up a lot more damage, slow down all of these units. Their attack speed, even though they're under the effect of the Scroll of Speed. More damage getting added in. Flying Machine is going to finish off the Wind Rider. Scroll of Healing used in time, but the Wind Rider will not get taken down. Down to 53 hit points, able to stay alive here as the Healing Wave bounces around. That Spirit Link effectively doubling the life of that Wind Rider as it spreads damage across multiple units. Mountain King could try to finish off more units. The Scroll of Healing coupled with Spirit Link doing a great job of keeping multiple units alive as the damage is just going across multiple units, and the effectiveness of the Scroll of Healing also going across units that aren't normally taking damage in that back line. More Raiders finally back up here. Spellbreakers continuing that battle. Raiders are in a great spot. Mountain King now seeing that level 4. There's another Thunderclap, and Fly's units all of a sudden have to be very careful. A lot of very low hit point units there as we're looking at the level 3 Blademaster falling. Mountain King out of mana, trying to save off or finish off some more units. Mountain King no more potion of mana either, as Grunt going to get taken down as well. There goes a Grunt. Archmage gets up to level 4. Mountain King should have level 2 Brilliance Aura to use as well. Waiting for level 2 Brilliance Aura. There it goes. As we have level 2 Brilliance Aura, Mountain King may have enough mana for another Stormbolt to finish off that Kodo Beast right there. A little bit more damage onto that Forest Troll Berserker. That gets taken down. And the Mountain King, with enough mana, doesn't go for the Kodo Beast. All right, no Stormbolt on a full hit point Kodo Beast that is eating up a Spellbreaker. A little bit of a misstep there. Perfect reason to try and follow things up. You have slow, you have sorceresses, you have Spellbreakers. Try to force a little bit of an engagement while you can. Mountain King had mana, but now picking up double potions of mana, has also a clarity potion and also getting more mana from that Archmage. Meanwhile, Archmage also having plus 19 attack, those claws of attack really starting to add up a bit more. And considering the situation and the use of Healing Wave, an Archmage picking up an Orb of Fire, if he goes to tier 3, wouldn't be a bad idea. The question is it worth it to go to tier 3 at this point and stage in the game? 79 supply compared to 71. Overall, Fly still has a slight lead in terms of supply. Is currently, comparing a level 5, level 3 hero going up against a level 4, that is a difficult proposition, or a difficult comparison. Adding in the fact that one of the Spellbreakers is still slowly being digested, I would have to give the army size to JT or to Fly right now as the engagement getting underway. Mountain King. Well, where is that Mountain King? We need to see some Thunderclaps underway to try and slow things down. Sorceress Priest. There's a Thunderclap on the far side right there, hitting up a couple of low units as the Raiders are now trying to retreat back. Kodo Beast adding in a little bit of bonus damage across this entire army as we're now looking at, Thunderclap and a Blizzard. Quick ensnare onto the Archmage though, and Archmage having access to Blizzard and also having access to great auto attacks, a little bit of a strange scenario as the Archmage constantly gets ensnared here. But he is fighting next to a shop, brings up a Scroll of Town Portal, and is now going to be backing away. No last minute Thunderclaps as Fly able to push JTZ into a corner. That fight there definitely tipping in favor of the Blademaster and Fly. Fly's Blademaster getting closer to level 4. Meanwhile, the Archmage and the Mountain King seemingly not getting any real experience and burning through a number of items using of healing and a Scroll of Talon portal to get away. Hello, Blue Ground. Sorceress is still making their way down here. We are looking still at keep. No sign of that, any sign or any orb coming across here. Mountain King now making its way down across as the Shadow Hunter gonna be getting into position here. All right, we're looking at a little bit of healing bounce moving all around. Mountain King making its way over. Are we gonna be seeing the healing? Oh, no, Crystal Ball was sold. Mountain King quickly buys Dust of Appearance and now is going to be retreating back once again. Once more, I think Arcane Sentry would have been an important or useful buy. Level 2 armor upgrades now getting added, so JTZ will have a lead in the overall armor count here, as the Shadow Hunter is also sporting double potions of mana. All right, Dust of Appearance used there. Mountain King, however, no longer nearby, has quickly run away to hide. Spellbreaker is going to have 2-2 upgrades here in just a moment before this next follow-up fight. 1 minute of mining left in the main base, 6 minutes of mining left over here in the main gold mines as the battle is, well, starting to be engaged. Kodo Beast still with plenty of room in their bellies, but not wanting to engage just quite yet. JTZ is the human. People keep on asking me who the human is. JTZ is the human. Never heard of him? Well, new players coming out together. This game was taken from W3 Champions ladder, so not from a tournament. All right, Raiders quickly finding where his opponent is not and quickly able to get a bit of damage and now taking down the workshop here. Hit and run strategies by Fly could be enough as well. Having an army of boosted Raiders is better at taking down buildings than having, well, Spellbreakers and casters. Archmage may try and do a little bit of Blizzard, may try and find a little bit of damage here. Blizzard now raining down on all of those peons. Peons going to get a Thunderclap, Death, and once more, all of them taken down in pretty much an instant. As we are looking at Pillage being researched at the Great Hall here, instead of at the main base here. So, there was an upgrade to Fortress. That was the reason why Pillage is not going to be done in time, but the main building is already taken down. All right, this could potentially be a problem. Structure is all being lost. Blademaster could easily get up to level 4 here. 1 or 2 more shots. There is level 4 on that Blademaster, going up against a level 5 and a level 5, level 4, going up against a level 4, level 4. Now, remember, there is no more gold in the main base. No more gold in the main base. So, well, JTZ still has the added benefit of getting this last 3,800 gold out of his gold mine. JTZ will have a bit of a gold advantage, but he doesn't know how close he was to actually falling a bit behind because he took down the Great Hall that was researching Pillage. Imagine how much gold Fly would have if each swipe of the Raiders and Grunts were to continue to give gold into the bank of Fly. Blademaster down to the south here, trying to cause a little bit of disruption. Could have a bit of problems. Gonna go ahead and walk away, head back off to the north as all of these buildings are taken out. 74 supply compared to 71. Army sizes are about the same. JTZ has gold, but no real way to spend it. No arcane vault was rebuilt down here. No barracks. Only a workshop, perhaps to try and train up some mortar teams if necessary. There is still a handful of priests, or actually no, there is only 2 priests, or no, 3 priests here. That should be enough to heal up this army rather nicely. And still, is the Blademaster going to be nearby here to try and gain a little bit of experience? Nope, just picking these things off to get a little bit of gold. Shadowhunter taking the experience. Would actually be better if the Shadowhunter was nowhere to be seen at this stage and time. Army getting ready to roll on out. 184 gold. Peons doing that long walk to get a little bit of additional gold. Great Hall. Pocket Great Hall was established, but in come the Spellbreakers here. Fly Machines. Are they going to catch here? Blademaster is here as well. Unit's going to try and pull back and get a nice retreat. Blademaster could be in trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability may need to be used. No Spirit Link just quite yet. Ensnare now goes down onto the Mountain King. Fly Machines going after the units. Flying Machines perhaps going to try and go in for a little bit of a flank. There is some spell steal trying to steal that Spirit Link away from those units and then onto all of the casters as the units are going to get engaged against once more. All right, Mountain King in the back line, unable to get any real damage. Couple rounds of Blizzard coming down, and Snare finally goes down onto the Archmage as the Archmage should be turning back around. Still has a really great auto attack with all of those claws of attack. Blademaster turning back to the other way here as a little bit more damage coming on through. Kodo Beast coming in for the fight. 74 supply compared to 66. Spellbreakers going after the units. Raiders trying to go after the Archmage here as Blizzard is now raining down across multiple units and a massive slow, a level 2 Thunderclap slow causing problems here. More ensnares as the Blizzard is trying to rain down, and all of these Raiders do need to try and retreat back as the Mountain King is getting low on mana but has 3 potions of mana here. Could try to go for another Thunderclap once more. There's more Blizzard raining down. Mountain King not close enough to any additional Raiders. 54 supply compared to 65. Mountain King has mana for days, but still cannot get enough damage as he gets another Thunderclap there. Once more, should have already been using those potions of mana earlier, as there is a little bit of a cooldown. There goes another priest, and there goes the retreat. Retreating back home, having gold and no way to really spend it on any infrastructure. Archmage has plenty of claws of attack. And at this point, what is his long-term plan going to be? Are we going to perhaps be seeing Archmage picking up some scrolls of healing? Blademaster needs to retreat back here. Archmage needs to find a way to spend his gold advantage, picking up a second potion of invulnerability. Mountain King does not have any scrolls of healing, and we still see a little bit of mining coming down here from Fly. Fly is mining a little bit, but this expansion may not be able to get enough going, as it is going to be coming to an end. Spellbreaker is coming back down. Blademaster trying to make its way, trying to get every ounce of gold out of that gold mine here as the attacks are getting underway. Blademaster going to go straight after that Archmage. Archmage, however, has Spirit Link and Potion of Invulnerability and a Potion of Healing, still staying alive quite well for now. 47 supply compared to 71. Fly has the larger army. Is he going to be able to close the door here, as there's so much survivability items? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability coming back around. There's a Thunderclap. Blademaster could be in trouble. Blademaster going to try and finish off a handful of other units. Spirit Link trying to save the Blademaster, as the JTZ does throw in the towel. Fly able to outlast his opponent here, even though JTZ got in a number of early kills on enemy heroes. And every time it felt like, well, it really felt like JTZ was in the driver's seat of that game, but a couple of poor decisions, not using his time well after he took down that early Blademaster to try and get to level 3 faster. Thank you for the follow. Also, following that up, dropping or using the Scroll of the Beast and then dropping that level 2 Water Elemental was a sign of one of those small mistakes that you just can't make when you go up against a player like Fly. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.